That's not in the way, right?
No.
Are we recording?
We are recording.
Cool. Oh man, you guys get into some crazy trouble.
I know.
Tell us about some of the stuff we can expect from next season.
Sure, well, before I do, would either of you like a plate of hot muffins? Because it's right below the camera. Plate of hot blueberry muffins. If you don't want that, would you like
a gigantic biscuit?
Giant biscuits? The biggest biscuits I've ever seen in the universe? Anyways.
Have you tried the giant biscuits?
I did try, and they're both biscuity and giant.
Right.
So there you go.
Have you tried the muffins?
I haven't tried the muffins yet, but I will.
Are you sure? Try a muffin.
I have to, because you know my TV show. I have to do whatever I'm
saying. Do what you're told.
Oh, good. They're delicious, but they're massive. And it looks a little bit like an alien. All right.
You should offer that muffin to the guy behind you.
That was amazing.
I just grabbed the man's muffins.
Well, this is already one of the best interviews we've ever had. So, but yeah, tell us some of the hijinks we can expect from this coming season.
Oh my god. The season premiere episode, which I think you guys have. The season premiere episode coming up in 2 weeks, August 1st. There's so many great challenges. My favorite challenge is we went to a park in Manhattan, like a crowded park, and we were wearing a pair of sunglasses that looked totally normal. But the sunglasses were blacked out on the inside, so you couldn't see anything. And the guys were telling us where to walk to in the park and what to say. But you can't see who you're saying it to, right? So they made me go up to, they're like, Murr, take 10 steps forward. I'm like, okay, I can't see anything, right? But they look normal. Okay, now turn to your left, now take 5 steps this way, now turn around, now say this. Psst. Come here. You. Come here. You. Come here, quick. Come here. And they told me to take the sunglasses off, and I was standing right outside of a children's playground. No. I was an Amber Alert in progress. It was awful. It was terrible, but it was hysterical, you know. Then we made Sal walk, 10 steps forward, 3 steps to the right, turn around. Now Sal, say this. You got a frickin' problem. Imagine the other word for frickin'. You got a frickin' problem? What's your problem, man? You wanna go? You wanna go right now? So he's terrified. He takes the sunglasses off. He's 1 inch from a telephone pole. Everyone in the park was looking at him like he was an idiot. It was great.
So, when I was watching some of your episodes, it occurred to me that you guys can be putting yourself in kind of a dangerous situation. Like, for instance, even stuff like when you did that, the buffet line, you're taking people's food and they were getting, intense. Do you guys ever, worry about getting attacked, or have you been attacked?
Well, you have to remember, we're extremely muscular guys, as you can tell, so nobody's going to mess with us. I think we kind of, we've never had a situation where we got attacked or anything like that. I think it's because we clearly look like we can't defend ourselves, and we're not, or maybe we look, in Q's case, he looks like he's not right, so people don't mess with him. But we work hard at staying on the right side of likability, So it's always about embarrassing ourselves, not other people. So I think that helps.
So can you tell us about a time when, you were shocked that the joke actually worked out?
That the joke worked?
Yeah.
Strip high five. We did a challenge. We did a punishment last season where Joe and I got punished. It was a 2-way punishment, and the challenge was very simple. You had to stand in Union Square. We were next to each other, and as strangers would walk by, you had to try to high five them. For every person that did not high five you, that rejected the high five, you had to take off an article of clothing. And the punishment didn't end until one of us was naked. I had no clue how it was going to work out. We were debating it the whole time. We're like, is this going to work? Is anybody going to high five us? What's going to happen? Is it going to be boring? And it worked, and it was terrifying, and that was my bare ass on TV. So my parents are not proud.
So, we saw some footage of you being hooked up to a lie detector in front of a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Was that, your most embarrassed moment?
Yeah, I still cringe at the idea. We all went to high school together, the guys and I in Impractical Jokers. That's how we met. And we became best friends. So in this punishment, they took me back to our old high school, Monsignor Farrell High School, called a general school assembly with 600 students. And some of our teachers from 20 years ago were still there. Like, they started their career there and they're ending their career there, you know? Our old teachers were there. They brought my ex-girlfriend from high school there. And they strapped me to a lie detector test in front of the whole school. And the guys wrote the questions. So, like, the first question was, do you wax your back? Which I'm a hairy Italian from Staten Island. Yes, I wax my back. I just didn't want America to know that. Then they asked me if I had a crush on my high school Spanish teacher, Miss Lanza, which I did, and she was there. I never told her, obviously. It was really mortifying. I mean, funny, but again, my parents aren't proud.
You're in demand. I just want to give you a couple minutes.
Okay. You know, like, do you ever, like, after something like that, you're like, I'm definitely going to get those guys even harder next time? You plot your revenge?
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this. Sal, you know, it was Sal's idea to do the lie detector, so I got him so good this season. You'll see it in a future episode. Sal went on vacation like a month ago. While he was on vacation for a week, we got the key to his house from his mom. And we snuck him down. Sal's a complete germaphobe. He's literally the kind of guy that, like, you have to take everything off to enter his house. You have to take your shoes off, wash your hands, you know, everything. His house is pristine. So we got the key to his house and we snuck in, the three of us, and we recorded an entire punishment in his house without him knowing. So, like, Joe was naked on his couch, blowing his nose and everything, stuffing the tissues in his couch cushions. Sal was rolling around on she was rolling around on Sal's bed with a cat. He hates cats. I was drinking out of Sal's milk and putting my finger in his peanut butter jar and licking my finger and putting it right back in. A week later, when he came back from vacation, he had to give a presentation in front of a group of people about stress and how to stop stressing your home. And we played the videos, and he had no clue. And he lost it. So I got even with him. What goes around comes around. And if there's anything this show taught us is that we need new best friends.
When did you guys decide to start filming yourselves doing this stuff?
After we created a comedy troupe called the Tenderloins after college. So that's our nom de plume, the Tenderloins comedy troupe. And we started filming all these challenges and just us pranking each other, which is what we do normally. And then we showed it to networks and we sold the show. It worked out great.
I'm sorry, I totally got thrown off for a second there. Well, can you remember, was there like a progenitor, like something that like a big prank or something that really started all this with you guys? Or has it just been accumulated sort of, you know, guys together for so long?
The very first prank we ever did was in high school, freshman year. We were all in the same religion class together, Miss Fiducia. And Joe, as Miss Fiducia, she was a lovely woman. As she would walk up and down the aisles teaching, Joe would secretly put his nose on her as she'd walk up and down the aisles. And she had no clue. And the class, the four of us would be crying. The whole class would be crying, laughing. That Joe, who has a rather large nose, he would, like, you know, this is Miss Fiducia, which actually kind of looks like her. He would, as she's walking by, he would just lean over and throw his nose on her. The whole way, and she never had a clue for an entire year, and we would be crying. So that was the first prank we ever did.
That is crazy. What would you say is the ultimate prank that you've done?
Oh my god. Well, I'll tell you the ultimate prank we haven't done yet. That we want to, but we can't bring ourselves to do it. We want to get up at a wedding during the you know when they say, does anyone here object? We want to get up and object. The other guys are telling us why we're objecting, and then halfway through realize we're at the wrong wedding, apologize, and leave.
Oh my god.
It's too terrifying. We can't do it. I would love to, but we can't. It's just too bad.
So, like, do you guys just, like, sit around and, like, brainstorm to come up with these things? Because if you've been friends for so long and you've been doing this stuff, like, you know, you don't want to repeat yourself. You don't want to, you know, like, how do you guys come up with the different pranks you're doing?
The four of us come up with all the ideas. We have 23 years of history together and videos and old pictures that we never want to see on TV and stories. So we know.
See them on TV?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have like this huge treasure trove of things to pull from to embarrass each other. You know, we know each other so well at this point. You know, you're best friends. You know everything about them. We have 23 years of plotting against each other that now we finally have a medium to express our hatred for each other, our love and hatred.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.